MURNIs. Drink it cold.
Bafunze badirukise.
Ngamanga.
Ndikho zvibona varona ngakhanzu chene nonga murungwe nonga yamushi.
Keso.
Ndiri kudhere votobva nawo bva pasi varwana rine vatukana.
Musi mudzima kodo dalera kushakara vaiserere tavani yasinai tavani yahorepo. Uri kambushe buza vaiserere vakuve zviambaro zvavo ngarode kodanepo. Hudobodzi chika sogani usari wavudi. Ende richibarange Davida uri mudzimu achichimbira kale pasi uchimbira tatava ngoro ushava dzichika dziri shangoni.
Ndiri kuyadza kutodei.
Autodei. Cleanness is next to God.
Dr. Bishop Roxley Papuane Masevhe. Welcome to MURN podcast. Rekoribo vodine chipinga voda votonakerera. You look so wonderful. You are nicely dressed. How are you?
I'm so well and I'm blessed to be here in this beautiful place with the cameras looking at me.
Garden of Veto. This venue suits you very well. You like nice things, you like good mix, you like nature. Vodokotera vone vamufunzi vamuimbi ritoma ngapi zvavudzi richikosedza une vabva one?
Karitome nga vuimbi do konogonya richiya hange ini kabufunzi ngori hotoma uchitoimbiwa hakunodiwa kufunzini.
Mutavatsindi, where was Roxley Masevhe born? When, where?
Roxley Masevhe was born in the village of Tengwe at Tengwe Clinic on the 24th of September 1959.
Is the child of who and who?
Roxley Masevhe is the child of the late Bavenda Mtahavu Borekson Matuncha Tirumiwi Masevhe, who was also an artist and also a Wakoma Musatsi Bavane Vochinakaho Zonakera Mukosi Naverani Masevhe.
How did the music bug came about? How did it attack you?
I grew up in a family of artists. As I say, my father was an artist, my mother was an artist. First, let me start with my father. My father was a guitarist. He used to play music with Nyedisani Singo. They did music together. They did this song that is popular on the radio with Parapara FM. Zvikondina vochinakaho, konanina konani votangana. Zvikondina vochinakaho, mungana votangana. That is the song Nyedisani, the friend of my father, did with my father Boreksoni Matuncha Masevhe. He was a guitarist. He used to move around to parties, to performances at weddings when I was around 7 years old. So I was so exposed to music through my father, who was a great artist. But not forgetting my mother. Bo chinakaho, bo zonakera, va li koromo, mumarwa, zia runga runga, zino, haba o chinakaho. Chinako chino ya tamgo ngachivenda bara chitam.
Yes.
Chana chu ya tam.
Yes.
She was a great traditional music or cultural music leader.
Yes.
She used to lead the Marende group at Tengwe, and it was the greatest Marende group. As you know, Tengwe has got 26 headmen or chiefs.
Yes.
Under Tobere, Vuvushena, on the Tengwe.
Yes.
So this Marende group was number one in the whole of Mutare region.
That's wonderful.
When they used to be these independence celebrations, when they were going regionally or district, Mutare was still a district. So Wachinakao's group always took number one with Chigombera and Marende. That's what exposed me to the music. Let me say, I was born with music in my blood, because as the blood of my mother had music and the blood of my father had music. So when I tried to ask my mother how it came that I was so exposed to music at an early age. Mochinakao said, you used to dance to the rhythm of a boiling pot. Vakopetera kari, opatwani, Masevhe vava kuchina ngori music wobego ukavo.
Yes.
So that's how this music started. So I was born in the musical family, with both my parents being artists and professional artists.
Personally, when did you start to be involved in music directly yourself?
I started at a very much tender age, because I used to go to dance to Marende when I was young. Which Nago used to practice with other people there in Tengwe. So they said I looked like a girl in my younghood. They even pierced my ears and put in these earrings.
Because you were handsome.
Yeah, I was very much handsome. I looked like a girl. So they even put up Mwenda for me. I used to dance to this Marende group. When I grew up, I left the Marende. I went to Zion.
Yes.
This is where I nurtured my music. I was the best Chigubu Madembe dancer.
Yes.
Singing such a song as Sioni Madembe, yo. Aye, Sioni Madembe, yo. Eria Muribuwa, Jova Umuzimu Wachirao, yo. Ndari turi zibonga mbeba, nasino zibotamba na burarani, yo. Muremono uchiduga, nasino womba hozi dongani. Vasijana va Galileya, ye dilala nivo inibane, ye tabakuru ya tavelere, nasino idokonywanga batendao. Then I was so best in the Gubu Zion dance, in such a way that there was no a night vigil or murindero that I will miss. When they traveled to Makwarera one day, I went with them. We went, we went there at Makwarera. I danced for the whole night. I slept, below the truck.
Yes.
So in the morning, they left me there. The truck just left me sleeping there.
Fortunately, they didn't crash
When I
you.
woke up, it didn't crash me. When I woke up, I looked around. There was nobody, because I liked music. So they gave me 2 rand to get bus fare to go to Tengwe. It was 2 rands by then. I went to Tengwe. So that's how I started.
Which year was
music.
that?
This was very early, around 72, 73. I was around maybe 10, 11, 12 years old. Yes, then after that, I started to like guitar music, but there was no guitar. I made myself from this, these things that we used to fish, that is used for fishing, fishing lanes. I made a self-made guitar with an old tin of oil.
Yes.
It was called Sistrumba. Then I played that for a year. That's when somebody carved a small guitar from a mobile tree. It is called Chibenji. Chibenji. This guitar is called Chibenji. And those fishing lanes were used there. I started to play that thing. That's what reignited my talent and started my music.
How old were you by then now?
There I was around 15, 16 years. Yes.
Still at high school?
Yeah.
Yes.
I used to, I liked going to music festival. When Mashatin came to Mutsira Hall in Zibasa, I went there. When the old Harare with Ostrix Mabu say, Alec and others, Kauli. I used to go there. I came to see Mparanyana. Those old artists like Steve Kekana. I liked music so much that I used to travel on foot. Coming from Tengwe to Zibasa at Mutsira Hall. That was the only hall in the whole of the region.
More than 30 kilometers on foot.
Yes, I will come on foot. I will drink water at the river, eat indigenous fruit in the bush. I will eat mawungo, mahuhuma, ndozi. I will eat fruits such as fuka. I will eat zimbuburu, tawi on the way.
Nombero.
Nombero coming to Zibasa, drink some water. and I will arrive in Isbasa and pay R1 to see those artists performing. And that exposed me to music. Then I started to, the bag of music, I was biting me all the time.
Yeah. When was your first album?
It happened that when I was in the old time we used to say Form 2.
Yes. Grade 9.
I came to a conference at Ufuli Don Fraser.
Yes.
At the conference, there was a guy called Kenneth Sola. He's an advocate now.
Yeah.
He was given a guitar by one of the missionary doctor at Donald Fraser Hospital. He could not play it.
Yeah.
It was given to me. That was in 1977.
Yeah.
This guitar, I took it back to Tengwe on foot.
Yeah.
I crossed via Makuwa village and crossed via Damani and came to Mandani, Kuvi. I passed to Makonde to Shive in Tengwe.
Yes.
And went home.
Yes.
In 2 weeks' time, I started to play music. The songs that I played were indigenous music. Vuzisani makuru vatoni vuza. Vuzisani makuru vatoni vuza. Nanda vuzisa vambuza zori potiro. Hangara ndatema temiso chinoni chagala mutanda mandure kumiwe. Those were the songs I composed with the guitar.
Yeah.
Songs such as Hoyu mutu kuna delera sudipa. Hoyu mutu kuna delera sudipa. Those were the songs I composed. I composed songs such as Echi chiambera malo Chinonu kamshiji mama konde Chia kwatisa malo. Then it was in 1978 that radio vendor under the leadership of Vevisa
Ramnengiwa, yes.
They heard there's a boy in Tengwe. Hey, he's good in music.
Yes.
And in 1979, during the independence,
Yes.
they saw me there performing. They followed me in Tengwe. They took me to the bush. I remember it was a stinker. Munakaramnenyiwa.
Yes.
He came with this apparatus for recording outside recording.
Yes.
Then we went to next to Zipoza Tengwe, next to Mubuyu tree.
Yeah.
There were birds there. We picked some stones to chase the birds away so that we can record the music. Then we recorded those indigenous music.
Yeah.
I became popular. I was a star overnight. People started to say, hey, the Buna part 1 Masevhe, Roxley part 1 Masevhe. Then I started to be popular. That was in 1979.
Yeah.
Then the same year, Radio Tondo started. Huna Bushidumbu, Larumbe, Bomudao, about the one who's owning classic mortuary. That is the one who recorded me also in the bush in Tengwe.
Okay.
He recorded some of the indigenous music that I was doing during those times.
Yeah.
So my music started to be popular with Radio Tondo. It was being played by Dagada, Bishop Dagada, and Masevhe.
Yes.
Yes.
Razmatas. Yes.
Munyamkaranga.
Yes.
They started to play my music over Radio Tondo. This was Zuki Munyai, who were the broadcasters, announcers of Radio Tondo.
Yeah.
But Lionel Miles.
Yeah.
My music started to be popular. Then it went on until my music was heard by companies in Johannesburg.
Yes.
The first company that came to fetch me, it was called Music Incorporated, Mink Records.
Yeah.
That was in 1984.
Okay.
They came, they came via Parapara, which was then known as Radio Venda.
Yes.
They were told I live in Tengwe. I was followed in Tengwe. They came, they fetched me, and
how old were you then? When were you born?
I was born in 1959, 24th September.
Okay.
When I recorded in 1984, I was around 20-something years.
Okay.
Yeah. Then they came, they took me to Johannesburg. I recorded my first album, Leada Dova. Mungwe na mungwe udopira. That was the most hit song.
Yeah.
Mungwe na mungwe udopira. Kalino shango. Nabo makonya vadopira. Kalino shango. Nabo nakaho vadofa. Kalino shango. Na ziboso zidopira. kalino shango one hazviatungupfadza we kainwini satendi hoyu mudzimu muya wanudo yangapi nichidopira kalino shango that song is the one that made me a household superstar overnight. It was so popular. Songs such as Mbura mubumbi wao riamba muzimu. Songs such as Natingarichi Morena Jason Lini na lini Namusi hata kuwa Vana bazinada Vane machichimila Nabusunzi hadzumama Natingarichi Morena Jason Lini na lini. Those were the songs in Iliadadwa album.
And they were self-composed.
Self-composed. I don't imitate anybody's music. I play my music. I compose it, write it, arrange it, produce it, record it.
But that album, this album put you into trouble with the government.
It put me in trouble, especially the song Mwanamudo Prakal no Shango. The security apparatus of Venda said, this guy is saying our king or our chief minister will die. Then I was briefly arrested for 2 weeks. I stayed at Matache. When they came to ask me, why do you say Mayara Usungwa Badov? I said, no, I didn't say that. I said, Mwanamwa Udopira Kalinosha. I even said Nazinambi Zidofa and Nazinambi is myself. I was saying, even those that are singers or musicians, they will die. I said, Nabopfumao, those that are rich, Nabonakao, those that are beautiful, Nazingamura, the tycoon, they will die, the tycoons will die. So they argued among themselves. They said, this case won't stand in a court of law. Then I was released.
Going forward, what happened with your career?
The music industry, I took it by storm.
Yes.
In 1985, I won my self-award. That one. The bronze one. Yes, that one.
Okay.
This is my first. You see, I love this one. I love it. I won it in 1985 with Radio Venda. This is Roxley Masevhe Radio Venda. With the song Mwanamudo Pira. People selected me with postcards.
Okay.
They sent postcards via the post.
Okay.
My postcards filled more than 280 kg bags. So they could not count them. They just said, I am a winner, because they were countless.
They couldn't continue.
They couldn't continue. Then this is my first award. You see, with a rhino horn.
Okay.
A rhino horn, you see. Yeah. This is my first award. I won it.
How did it feel?
Hey, I'm telling you, I was elated. I was so happy. I felt like an eagle flying on top there next to the blue sky. You know, it is so free. I felt like a fish in the water. You see, a fish in the water, it is so free. I was so elated. Ndavandotakana runendi tonga rusunzuru ngangumu achugera. Rusunza ruchadiva rusugiri ruilanga maganu ngamagona kana sugiri ruto bambera changege ruteta chinwi kana to dia migado ne ngautakana rusunzura chinchara vasugiri ya brown ndandotakana ngabana
kuva hapo zatevera album zitevera vangamba
zatevera album ndo mutanda kunengwe award the same year in 1985 I was chosen the best gospel artist in the northern and eastern Transvaal, because by then there was no Limpopo, there was no Mpumalanga. It was northern Transvaal and eastern Transvaal. Used to be called Lowveld. But I won the award at Tzanini Nkowankowa Hall. I beat the likes of Ephraim Hartley, the big artists of the day, the gospel singers of the day. I beat everybody. I played
with which album?
It was the same album, and you know, it was the second album called Pongola Ptari Napchiro. No, I won this album. I won this award with a song called Dakaro. Dakaro, iwe mulira hote. Dakaro, auna salitodi. Karifazunga zitori, zabatodi. Valone Dakaro, muwe mkomana, ophasina dakaro aumroli zimanga ngomuma sosani zipotoni musi onokhomba halwa mvumba vuhosi achisata matombo avona chingadzi khekhe nango aawera amubvisa mikhulane inonga mavara a ngwe risongo mangara hezi richivona mavara kopeni havatu ndidzithanzira dza uri huvowa vachitoda dakaro. That was the song that gave me the second award in the Northern Eastern Transvaal, and the album was Pongolavatari Napchilo. My albums were selling in the excess of around 250,000 per album.
Jeez.
Yes, that was platinum. Platinum, yes.
The success of your music, did you ever saw it coming, or it took you by surprise?
It took me by surprise because in the same year, 1984, I was the only artist who was performing at any available wedding in Venda, in Giani, in Malamlele, Tsanin, as far as Bushbuckridge. I used to go around performing. Sometimes I'll perform in 3 weddings in a day, sometimes 4 in a day.
Did you have a car by then?
No car. I used to hire cars, and those who hired me, they used to transport me to the venues. Then I was so successful. I performed. The first performance was I performed at an anniversary for Dr. V.S. Ramasova in his 10th year wedding anniversary at the Vendasan Hotel. So that one made me to be so popular. After that, I performed at a wedding of Professor Dr. Christopher Rabari at Rabari. And I performed for at the wedding of Makado at Gogogo. I performed at the wedding of Bishop Dr. Ramripo at Shandima. I performed in so many. The sister to Dean Farsani, I was performing there. So I became a household name in performing. Now I had keyboards now. I was playing keyboards. And my style of performing the keyboard, even now, there's no one who can imitate me, because I can play it on my back, I can play it carrying it on my head, I can play it with my hands and put it in my purse, my pocket, and you see. So that is my style.
At some stage you were full-time employed at the government of former Venda. What happened? Why did you quit?
I used to work for the government of Venda. I was employed as a secretary of a deputy minister, Evamsanda Mtompei Kosipone Mropi, who was under Mtahavu Boropete Mbulungeni Netengwe. Yes. I worked there for almost 6 years. On the 7th year, I resigned because I saw a lot of corruption happening with me there. I was not happy. And also I was not happy when I saw our freedom fighters being killed by the old Venda regime soldiers. Many of the people were shot to death. They were shot when I was working there in the government. I was not happy about it. And also the corruption. I will see great men in the government, director generals taking people's wives, and I was not happy about it. You know, a person they will take your wife and transfer you to Chitale or transfer you to faraway places like Masevhe, and I was not happy about it. And a person will be employed, and his salary will be backdated by 3 months. And even a post that needs a degree will be given to a person who has just passed standard 8. That was called JC. In those days, my heart was not happy. I was not feeling right. I'm a man of principles. I didn't like that.
After leaving, you didn't regret. From there, you enjoyed your career.
I said, when they asked me, why are you resigning? I said, I'm occupying 2 posts. I'm working for the government. I'm working as a musician. Let me do the music and leave the government. I didn't regret. My music was making plenty of money for me because I was recording a lot of music. So far, I've recorded around 700 songs. My personal albums I've done for myself is 40-something. I've even done albums for other artists. I've nurtured, composed, and given some of my songs to other artists.
One of your children or your sons also once recorded an album. Who is he, and which was the name of the album or the popular song?
Yeah, there is a boy who recorded an album. His name is Patwani Junior Masevhe. He recorded an album, Mzalwane for Life, and he's following in my footsteps. But there is another youngster also coming. Mukano Masevhe has recorded an album now. And there is another young man. He's doing house music. So 3 of my boys are in the music industry. Patwani plays bass guitar. He composes music. And Mukano composes music. He plays keyboards. As of now, he's singing in the same band with Takindo at a church of Pastor Naruvarani in Centurion. And even this other one, Mkutazi, he does house music. He plays drums. He also plays drums with various churches. As of now, I heard he was playing at the branch of Dr. Evangelist Murigwe in, I think it's Pretoria, Johannesburg. He's performing there.
Talking about your children who are performing at other pastors' churches, in your journey, you became leaders of different organizations. Some of them you founded them like the organizations of artists, and also you also founded a church. Today you are a church leader. Take us through the journey after that. Besides music, the leadership up until when you become a pastor.
Yeah. Before I can say that, let me mention it. Let it be put on record. I have, produced and mentored artists such as the late Emmanuel Mampogoro. He used to stay in my home until he became a fully-fledged artist. He recorded many albums. He was a big producer. He produced albums for, music luminaries such as Lewis Hobela and many other artists. I mentored Rupwa Menyage. He used to play in my band when I was performing at Freshers Ball at Investor Venda. And Marondoro, he was my backing artist. He's now a jazz artist, jazz or traditional artist.
Yes.
And mentored Gabriel Chisikula, who is now a top music engineer. He's an international music exporter. He exports South African music to overseas.
Yes.
I mentored artists such as Rejoice Mukumera, to mention but few.
Yes.
Many of artists who are now big artists, I mentored them.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that I'm called to be a pastor.
Yeah.
I just knew that I'm a gospel artist.
Yeah.
Until I got so sick.
Yeah.
I was troubled by chronic utensils. Chronic. They were so chronic. They could not be healed.
Yes.
And for many years they were troubling me until I was about to be operated by Professor Dr. Fularo in Pretoria, by Pastor Hospital. Before I went there, I saw a vision. A vision of a name called TB Joshua.
Yeah.
Then I inquired, who is TB Joshua? They said he's in Nigeria. That was in 2009.
Yeah.
Then I inquired about him. In 2010, I inquired about him. In 2011, I flew to Nigeria.
Yeah.
He prayed for me. He healed me.
Yeah.
After the healing, he said, you didn't come to be healed. You came here to be told that you have got a vision, you have got a calling, you have got to be a bishop, a pastor. When I came back in 2011, I started the Divine Grace Fire Temple in Itsani Shandima. The church grew. It has got a branch now in Francistown, Botswana. I've put a bishop there, Kamusha. Bishop Kamusha is there. Then it has got branches as far as Zambia, Lusaka. So the church has got many branches in Mpumalanga, in places like Bushbuck Ridge, like Tulamahashe, Cottondale, Green Valley, Hesview, Barberton, and as far as White River, Mkuhlu and other areas. So even in Venda, the church is having many branches. So that's how I started to be a man of God, a bishop.
About leadership in music industry.
Yeah.
Let's
Apart
get
from
into
the leadership, I'm a chairperson
Yeah.
for Vembe District Music Forum.
Yeah.
I started it. And
Since when?
It started somewhere in the year 2000. 2000, yes.
Yeah.
So this organization, it just grew from strength to strength. And Rambuani joined me, Joyce Mukumera. It is the biggest organization in the district. And everything that happens to artists, I'm called. I'm one of the greatest, biggest music leader. I'm in the leadership. Even in the Vembe district, even after any artist is been taken away to heaven, has died, I'm the one who is invited to come and arrange every funeral for artists together with the government. So that is my other position. Apart from that position, I was a board member, a director of Southern African Recording Rights Association Limited, SARAL, for almost 20 years. I was at the helm of that organization. So apart from that, I am a chairperson of Masevhe Royal Council, which is falling under Chief Ndwamato Masevhe at Masevhe, because I belong to the royal. So I wear so many boots. I wear the boots for the artist leadership. I wear the boots for the royal, and I wear the boots for the church as a bishop. So I'm a man of many things.
Being a royalty, tell us about Vatavatsindi. Chirendo chavo. Vatavatsindi jamba mean. What does it mean to be Vatavatsindi?
Vatavatsindi ziamba chiduna chitsu. Chipfupi. Chambilio vipa. So I heard it from the old people. They said Mutavatsindi means a short man who is black in color, who's got a very much bad heart. But I'm not quite sure, because I'm Mutavatsindi, but I've got a good heart. And in front of me, I see another Mutavatsindi, but he's got a good heart. But I don't know how it came to be in that description. I think it is because they were hunters, these people. So when they praise themselves, they say, Ndi iwe Mutavatsindi Ramarowa, Musinandeva achivona. Ndi iwe wanyavulungu butete, vune hudujezi wangani avananjela, asinanjela udabuparadza. Ndi Mutavatsindi ane atova topi, ine iomanga ntapasi ichikopisa. Iwo toma chanda uchiri, yeno ni topi. Yopora, matengo pora, udosa chanda. Ndi Mutavatsindi hoyo. Ndiye Ramarowa Musinandeva chizivona. Ndiye wachikuku chanyani chine wa mvili kope na nyine asara wachaena. Ndi hoyu Mutavatsindi. Zino, hoyu Mutavatsindi uwanana tengwe. Vatavatsindi ndi drifuti. Ndi bararu, apa venda. Ndi netengwe, na nichiava, na rambani. Vasa ngoba wana tengwe, vadu wana hangi chiava. Vasa wana chiava, vadu wana rambani. Ndi Vatavatsindi. Ndi vane vafi, vachiti koda vari, ndiri na Vatavatsindi. Vamanenje vane vavusa chipembe na garanga. So hava vatu vana muri wavo une uwanara palani zithabani zamafukana. Une augunga mtu munamwe uguanga vane pedzi. Uone hoye muri ndi Vatavatsindi zvino nandi chitikhoda nendri hai ndine mnyai mukaranga wanyamutsanga davo safara ya davo yoremera. Ndi nyono ya raswa bako la marare pala thabani zamadzivana ntengwe. Ndi mudhulu wabombengeni na vochikompa mwatele. Uyu arene vahone makuru wahone votangambi vadori mareshi shorokoto ndi hongwe ya msazi tangambi. Huna makuru varasi vaga vari no siparapuka. Habvera makuru volkaimana vari ukare hovo suvuraiwa. Habvera vachiputeni vara ndo kando dhipa. Ndoto kando dhipa. Ndi nyonoyo ndiene wachikuku cha nyandi chine wa mvili kope na nyine asala uchena ndi wa madzivanani ndi muzimi Masevhe lodhisiwa nga Masevhe nga uzima nga Masevhe nga urwando nga utulu ragonya muri ribono rido wa gai arivi limedzi rarwasina nga utulu rido libona liko shava lido wa panda arivi limedzi risoko rirwapedzi ndirine vamadzivanani vatengwe
vafunzi vone vana mingadzi minji nga manda ye varovevwa nayo vone vara miswaswo ane rine ri tenda uri va kudzima vathu miswaswo yavhudi ino fhira ya uri kana vona koto kombetshedza zwazwo ri chamba ri tsha phanḓa ri khou funa u ipfhe miswaswo fhedzi ri khou ṱoḓa u ḓivha uri musi vhone vha kha buḓo ḽa muzika in this music industry you should have rubbed many shoulders of high profile people. What other people that we met? When explaining that, we also want to have the taste of those good jokes.
Okay. Nando tangana na mikulu nende. I met vaurise Mboma, vaurise Chimepi, vaurise Tonga, vaurise Rukweya. Vatu pamadzina. Vatu vane baba pamadzina bukulu. Kabuchiro hame kamuzika. Ndokono uperforma stage ni chine ndishitsa hadi jena performa yumasikile.
Yes.
Twando stadium.
Yes, we shared the stage with yumasikile.
Ndokona I shared the stage with a music superstar such as the late Brenda Fassie, Ivan Shaka Shaka, Chico, William Tetwa, Ricardo, big artists.
Yes.
I've rubbed shoulders with those artists. Stimela, Ray Piri.
Yes.
We performed together at Impepe Resort.
Yes.
Mzwakembuli at Impepe Resort. Big artists
Yes.
in South Africa. I performed together with them. In my many years in the music industry, I have met a big artist.
Yeah. But those artists you mentioned are not bigger than Dr. Bishop Roxley Masevhe. They're not bigger than you.
It's only maybe regionalism and ethnicism.
Yes.
You know, tribalism.
Yes.
Because you are a vendor, you sing in Chivenda.
Yes.
You at time you cannot be, your music can't be played in Ukos FM and Gwala Gwala FM and these other radio stations. So you are limited. Your music is limited to perform only with Mganalonene, which used to be Radio Shitsonga, and only Tobel FM, which used to be this is Pedi radio station. So that limitation brought limitation even in the music industry. Many of our artists in the region did not become so big, but they are big, very much big. I have recorded music such as Sikuringwani Vosi Eso Utabuya Wangwani Vatapokotela Mavoko Ngalingwe Duva Voyu Chesom Udobuya. This song has been re-recorded by Joy Celebration.
Yes.
The same song has been recorded by Lusanda.
Yes.
The same song has been recorded by Itan Madima.
Yes.
And many other artists like Ndiwo Matumba. It is my song. I have reshaped Wangamren. It was made by Chikarange from he stays somewhere. He used to stay at Muhuyu. Chikarange composed Wangamrena. I polished it.
Yes.
I put such words such as Nandi umramusi ndi sogani Zonti nandari murena Ndochinyanena Oh, nandi umramusi ndi govane Zonti nandari murena Ndochinyanena Murena ndi kosi yanga ndi masisidi Murena ndi kosi yanga ndi zitabane Dido fando munambatera. People sing it, they don't know that those are the lyrics I wrote. But the song was made by Chikarange. I polished it and put those things.
Some of your songs, are they not personal? Say, for example, the song Nsongothemba Mutu Ndigoya Lido Jabulera. Is that not personal? Maybe concerning something that happened in your life before?
Music is a feeling. Like authors and book writers.
Yes.
You know, what affects you in your life, you'll write about it. So what affects you in your day-to-day life? When I wrote Munamudo Pirane, I was saying this mikulunende hava vana vachichimbira hapfuma nagiyani vana vachichimbira hapfuma nazimbabwe vantu sei tonga vana vari faindafa those big men of the old regime in Venda, they were too big. They would slaughter a goat and eat the benekut, the internal parts, and just give it to people. They were too big. They can even take anybody's wife randomly at freedom. So when I wrote Munamotovira, I wanted to say, so those who were arresting me, they were not wrong. It's only I said even the singers will die. But when I did that, I was expressing my feelings about the regime of the day. It was making people to suffer. Only those that are connected could be employed. Only those that can, give away their daughters to the chief ministers. They could be given high positions. So that's why I composed that song. So the song such as Goyane is a true reflection. That song, when I composed it, there was a man who ruined my first marriage. So I was very much angry about it. Then I said, so there are songs that I made that are of personal nature. Because when I sing it, I feel a sigh of relief after I have sang about it. So if I just remain mum, you can end up hearing Muimbi has just hanged himself, have committed suicide. So those such songs, there are songs like Zebe Nahasasa Muchiziperwa ene patuani Vambengerani ne Nahone vachimbengerani ne. So that song I composed it after there were people generating hatred because of my music. When I compose some of the music, some people, they feel like they don't feel it easy. Songs such as some people are angry about it because they say, how can he say we shall burn in hell? But it is biblical. It is biblical. When I sang songs such as Vamsandar neri na kombo Robona tachilera mwana Vamsandar neri na kombo Yo Vakara badebe matotoya Vatuba spando sichitema Shangwa loi mahanga milenja Yo I was saying Vakara vauru wafuna vana vatutuku. So it is a song, but people were worried about it because I'm a prophet. A prophet cannot be liked by all people. I prophesy Nabu sunzi bungadore mananga zimbado Nabu nyunyu bungado karananga ndiko prophet of 1976. The havoc that came during the times of Tietz machine. I was prophesying People were burning each other and whatsoever. So many people were not happy about my songs. So some of the songs I was replying to the personal vendetta, personal attack against my music and my lifestyle and my life.
Against the people who were leading the former Venda government, were you not afraid of the repercussion that might come after you have sung about them?
I was so exposed to politicians of the day. I used to go around singing music wherever Din Farsani, the top politician who was arrested, was going to preach the Evangelical Lutheran Church. I used to go together with the late Reverend Korombi, Lawrence Korombi. I used to go around with Umahamba Mwendanye, Mwendanye Mahamba, the pastor of the Lutheran Church. I used to be with politicians. Then I was exposed to the politics of the day. And the other thing, I left school late in 1972. I left school. I went to Musina to work. When I was working there, the boys at that Afrikaner family, they urinated in my tea, and I drank it. Then I was so angry. That's why.
Did you know that they urinated on the tea?
They told me after I was drinking. I heard that the tea was unusual because it had a urine. They urinated in my tea. Then I was exposed to politics then. And one day I was late for work. I was they put me inside a cold storage for almost 2 hours.
Shit.
I don't know how I survived. And they beat me with a cord of a kettle. They beat me hard on my back. So when I sang the song, it was personal. Even if they beat you beat me up, you arrest me, or you fire me from the government work, I don't care.
What job were you doing in Musina?
In Musina, I was sweeping the yard.
Okay.
Because of poverty. My father was not working well. Then I left school. I worked for a few months, but when I saw apartheid day, no black person was allowed to walk in the streets of Musina during the evening. You could be there during the day. And if you are seen loitering there and you can't mention where you are working, then you get arrested for working in Musina without working. That's how I was exposed to politics. Then I didn't care about the repercussions of being arrested.
How far did you go with school?
I passed my primary at resident school.
Yes.
Late in the 70s.
Yes.
And I didn't attend all the classes because I was a genius.
Yeah.
On the first months of doing standard 1, they found me sleeping in the class. When they asked me, I said, the mathematics you are teaching me and the English you are teaching me, I know everything that you are teaching me. So they are getting me bored. And vakosokotomfunza makachi kadnewa zvikoto zvitu zvine zvaira pandani principal avo dibambere mano katina vonodzirisi yavo navo tichara vora magoma vo Filimon Maudu kati navo mistress vanga ndivafuna unga manda vakadiva one zvino ndivo Dr. Gladys Neteng. Vari umwana rito mutani ukobhorewa umwana vamupa bhuku yaEnglish ndavala yothe vamupa bhuku yamaths ndatanganisa za page yopedzisera vamupfukisira ka 2 ubva nepaka 2 ndandisikuwa mutoudzichera number 1 number 2 number 1 ndapasa ila HF standard 6 yakare 5 yakare even a certificate ndavala distinction ndapasa 6 yakare distinction ndatoa ndopasa form 3 yakare first class
another distinction
ndamudzitua ndamudilicha ndandofunza mwamti ndofunza matavera
secondary or primary
school.
Okay, which subject were you teaching?
Ndofunza umthangano fi Edshine Posa.
Okay.
Ndomfunza kawana wanohamba zvabhora. Ndomfunza kawana wala. Ndofunza mwamti. Ndamudilisha ndavira chikoloni ndaitaya. Hey ndizvinova izvo grade 11.
Yes.
Ndamuta grade 12 ndapasa ngabachela. Ndabhara chikoloni ngamasheleni.
Because of finance.
Ndamusoni. Ndimusoni ndatomoisa panda na pfunzo za muzika. Ndikota certificate in music tikofunziwa nga professor TURF. University of Vienna. Tomo chakonodo vanda yapanda ngauri ndova ndino popular kamuzika ndichipovidzwa vetonjisa usina chifhinga chachikoloni.
Let's come to the honorary doctorate that you got. How did it came about?
Zvotika zvikoya nepano vatu vakupiwa doctorate vakupiwa.
Maybe you can explain that in English.
Yes, people were being given doctorates. Various artists. The first artist here to be given a doctorate is the Sitsonga music superstar Dr. Thomas Chauke, Shinori Chauke, and I'm the second one to be given an honorary doctorate, but not with the University of Venda. It happened that in 2016, I just received a visitation. When I asked who you are, they said we are coming from UNISA. We are sent here to come. We need you to write your biography. I wrote my biography. They said it's not complete. I must write it from the beginning up to the end. All my awards that I have won, even every honor that I have been given, everything musically that I've done, I wrote everything. I even wrote that I won the first and the second National Song Festival of South Africa. That is what impressed them, because that was a national competition that happened at Standard Arena in 1987. I composed a song called Rutendo Pano Funo Ndione Mudzi wa Vuchiro. That song took number 1 in Venda. with the radio vendor, and it took position 5 nationally. It made me so popular. Then I composed the second song, In the Name of Love. It was in 1988. So when they read that biography with those awards or honors that I've done, they said, we are going to honor you. I was honored on my birthday, 24th September 2016.
What a coincidence.
I was invited to go to UNISA. I couldn't believe it. When I told my brother, I'm going to receive an honorary doctorate of arts and culture, my brother said, no, I'm writing for PhD. You can get a PhD. How? I said, some are educated by God, you see. Uri bamwe botali ngwana bana bobegwa chilipo bofunga kamdzibu ne namusi vavori vokandeledziwanga apartheid vokandeledziwanga usiwana. You can always put a good man down. So I said to him, God has made it that I must move from zero to hero, from grass to grace, from nobody to somebody. So my brother didn't believe it until I sent him pictures of UNISA. He saw the pictures of UNISA on a WhatsApp. He was so impressed. So I went there with 2 kumbis with my family. He didn't go there because he didn't believe it. So there I came back with this honorary doctorate in 2016. And immediately after that, I took this Lifetime Achievement Award. This was given to me by Parapara FM. Yeah. This is the Lifetime Achievement Award. I got it after 2016. I got this award. I think it has got a date there.
Is that Parapara or Chima?
It is Chima together with Parapara FM. Yes. Bishop Roxley. Bishop Pathwan Roxley Masevhe. You know, some of the awards I don't even remember when they were given to me. So because this doesn't have a year, I won't even know when it was awarded to me. But it was somewhere around in the 20-something. 20-something years. So that's how I got this Chima a Lifetime Achievement Award.
This dress code, how did it came about? Why do you like this, more especially the light colors, white or yellow or purple, and also the dressing code like the Nigerian?
I like shining colors. I need, my favorite color is white. Always I wear white suit. I want something white. If you can see here, it's a white gown and a white teki. That's my favorite color. So why white? I'm a jolly person. I am a socialite. I socialize with people. I don't belittle no one. I love people. And my heart is white towards anybody. One day I approached a petrol station. I found a petrol attendant crying. She's a woman. When I said why, she said the Mercedes-Benz driver told me that because you're not educated, you are a petrol attendant. Then she was crying. I said that man is wrong because he can't be a petrol attendant. He might be educated or rich, but he can't stand here day long.
Where will he
putting
find the
petrol into people's cars? I said to her, keep quiet. I gave you 100 rand, you shall buy lunch. I left the petrol station. She was so delighted. That is the kind of a person who I am. I want to see people not suffering. I don't want to see people, harming or hating other people, even verbally or physically. I don't want. I found people killing a person in Tendo. I said, what has he stolen? Because outside the body, they are killing. I said, are you killing him for that only? They said, yes. I said, no, stop killing him. You have beaten him. Enough is enough. So don't kill him. They said, who are you? I said, I'm Bishop Masevhe. Some recognized me and said, oh, Masevhe. Then they left him. I was so delighted that I've saved somebody's life. I was so happy about it.
Sitting here, you're 63 years old. It's unbelievable. How do you manage to stay so young?
People don't believe it when I say I'm left with 7 years before I turn 70 years.
Yes.
I am a very much traditionalist.
Yes.
I am a culturalist.
Yes.
I like to eat mkusure nado, you know, peanuts with
Crushed peanuts.
crushed peanuts with dried vegetable.
Yeah.
And I like greenery.
Yeah.
My favorite is spinach, chaini, zitanga, terere, those types of food. And I don't like them with cooking soda. They must be natural.
Yeah.
And I like eating wusam. I'm guy on a vach guy on.
Yeah.
Hoto peteri wow. I like to eat original vendor staple food wusa. That's what I like. And I don't sleep anyway. I don't eat anything. I don't sleep with anybody. And I don't drink anything. I drink what is drinkable. I don't drink normal cold drinks. I go for zero sugar.
Yeah.
Then now I drink zero caffeine, zero sugar.
Yeah.
That's my kind of food. And my meat, they don't put in salt. If they put in salt, they put in salt that I bought from the chemist. I don't eat salty things, and beef is not my favorite. I eat white meat like chicken. I enjoy chicken, and I don't eat fat. Even you know, if they're putting in some, you know, when they cook, they don't put this. I mean, too much fat things in my food. I don't eat that. Even bread, I don't eat any bread. I eat bread that is suitable for vegetarians, that is suitable for elderly people. That's why my face is always shining,
Glowing,
and
like
glowing. And I love. Sometimes I don't eat meat for 2 to 3 months. I eat fish and a little bit of eggs and milk with low or zero fat. That's what I go for. And I make sure that all the time I'm laughing and smiling and happy.
Talking about smiling and being happy, most of the time we see you being attacked by people, maybe for valid reasons or invalid reasons. Some will attack you through social media, as it is happening today. What can you say about that? How can you clarify your audience or your fans about those attacks that come after you time and again?
You know, if there is a car that is, broken down, and you put it on top of 4 big stones, and it is there for even 3 months or 4 months, dogs shall sleep underneath that car, and cats will come and sleep underneath that car, and mice will enter the engine.
Yes.
But the day you start it with no wheels, it makes noise.
Yes.
Snakes will come out, cats will run away, dogs will run away, mice will run away, even insects. So I regard myself as a car that is got an engine that is moving. So that's why I attract I'm a famous person. As a celebrity, I attract good, but also bad people. I receive rumors from now time to time. The other rumor that went on, it was that I was involved in an accident at Mutare Bridge. I'm dead. People, when they saw me in Tango, they ran away from me because they said I'm dead. As a celebrity, that is a price you pay. At times, because I am a people who love people. Like last year, when COVID-19 was at its helm, and the pandemic was hitting South Africa, I organized food for artists. Then we gave food to artists. The food had a maize meal, fish tin of
fish
tins and beans and soup and fish oil and everything. So I obtained the food from Vafui, Chief Bomatsila. I managed the food so that it can come to Twendo parliamentary offices, where it was registered by the municipality. Then it was given to artists. After that, I received a call that there is an artist complaining that I gave him fish, a tin of fish and a tin of beans and a packet of soup. It went on the social media. It was trending. And whereas I was not giving away that food. I just went there to inspect whether the food was going to the right people. It went on and on. As of late, there's a rumor that Dr. Masevhe has opened an employment agency. He's employing people to work for the municipality. He's working with a well-known woman. He's employing people. He has taken monies from people. It trended. My voice was recorded. It was mixed and re-edited. What that the person who was calling me said was not there in the voice. And I was called. I was told I must put in 5,000 rand. If I didn't do that, I'm going to be exposed. Then I said, expose me. You know, I am an institution.
Yes.
You can't put a good man down. Let me tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to receive another honorary doctorate. I've been invited. I will tell you as time goes on. Watch this space. And I'm going to be ordained as an archbishop in Israel. I'm flying to Israel to be ordained.
When?
This year in August. I'm going to be ordained as an archbishop in Israel.
By which church?
I will be an archbishop for the same church that I'm leading. That because I've got bishops in Zambia and in Venda and Botswana, I'm supposed to be the archbishop because I'm the superior leader for the bishops that are under me. I chose to be ordained in Israel because I saw Israel as having some significance, because I belong to a group of pastors or people in South Africa who are friends of Israel. There is an organization called SIFA, South African Friends of Israel. Okay. I belong to those people. Then they have organized for me to be ordained in Israel. And then I will return back here being an archbishop in South Africa. They've seen those social media things.
Yeah.
People are speaking about it. Then those people said, we saw it, but we know Jesus used to attract the social media of the time. They even said he is healing people with the spirit of Beelzebub. Moses did not delight all people.
Yeah.
The sister to Moses, Miriam, was not happy about Moses' leadership.
Yeah.
He complained that Moses is at everything. He's a leader, he's a prophet, he's a priest. God was angry with Miriam. Then he hit Miriam with leprosy. So, even if you dance with your legs inside a dam, people will say you are causing dust. Those that hate you. Ngachivenda ndikori vachikochina vanga ngomubafunila madi. Vana vavenga vadodiri vakuita bosi. So the man who took me to social media, I've never met him. I've never spoken with him. I don't know him. He just told me he exposes people. He mentioned names of high-ranking people
that he destroyed.
That he destroyed. Some of them are bishops, some of them are prophets, some of them are what he said he would destroy me. I said, destroy me. I said to him, destroy me. I won't pay you the 5,000. Go and do whatever you can do, because if I took money from people, the people I took money from, they should go to the nearest police station and report me for fraud, for theft by pretense or whatsoever. So I have a case against that boy, but he's a poor boy. If you want to sue a person, you find he's driving one old car, he's living in an RDP in Alexander. So what can I do?
Yeah,
I just leave him alone.
Yeah.
And because there's a case to answer. My lawyer said there is an extortion case there is extorting money from me, and there's a defamation of character, and there is also blackmailing. If I come to you and say, if you don't pay me 5,000, I will mention you in the social media, then you are blackmailing me. I won't report him because I believe in God. In the book of Exodus 23:22, the Bible says, I won't send you alone. I shall send you with an angel to go in advance and pave a way for you. Your enemies are my enemies. So whoever is an enemy of Dr. Roxley Masevhe is an enemy of God. When we read from the book of Psalm 89, 20-21, God said, I found my servant called David, whom I will anoint with my holy oil, and I shall strengthen his right hand. When it goes down, it says, I will crush his enemies, and I will kill all those that hate him. That's why Muhweng refused to criticize Israel, because the Bible says in the book of Isaiah, the one who criticize or stand against Israel or the Jews, he will meet the anger of God.
You speak English so fluently. You are educated, eh?
This is it's a God's given gift. God gave me multiple gifts to utilize them. That's why I attract the attention of even social media. I will still attract it in the future. I know sometimes I was seen at Mikukuni Yadipslut, I was sitting there carrying a bag of maize meal. They said Dr. Roxley Masevhe is so bankrupt. We saw him carrying a bag of maize meal. Last year I bought so many cars. People said I must be investigated by the Hope because they suspect me of stealing things. Like now, my boys are in the boat industry. We've just bought 5 cars at once, 5 of them. This is one of them that I drove here. So the rumor is going around where this is the money he's taking from the people he's employing at the municipality. When we started to ask who is the woman at the municipality, nobody knows, nobody can say who is the woman. So I was even taken to court the other time. I was taken to the court of law. When I went there, many stories. A lot of stories happen about me. So I attract people who are good and who are bad. The other day, I met a person. He said, do you want to drive a Mercedes-Benz? I said, yes. He said, I am a car thief. I steal cars. I am your fan. I will steal a Benz for you and give it to you. I said, hey, I come and reach. I won't take your car. I'm sorry, I won't take.
But did you know that person?
I know the person. He said, I'm a thief. I steal cars. I can give you
Is there anything that you want to share with the audience before we close this interview?
I have written a book that is called From Zero to Hero. It will be launched in September. I have written poetry books, 2 of them. One of them is called Mitoria Tombo. The other one is called Pfupfuza Chikoko. So, audience, catch the space and watch the space. My books, through this medium of this media, they shall be being announced. I will be launching them in September. And there is a plan. I've got a site in Tengwet, my own place, where I want, with the help of my friend, with a good designer.
Yes.
I want to design
Chinandara Kangare.
Yeah, Chinandara Kangare of Vito.
Yes.
I want him to design for me a music museum.
Yes.
Which my trophies shall be there.
Yes.
Then I will teach youngsters arts and culture. I will teach people what is Chigombera, what is Marende, what is Chikona, what is Chifasi, what is this dances of the Venda speaking people, the Shangan speaking people, because I'm so exposed to even the other cultures like Chongolo and Chigubu and Kiva and Visa for the Spedi people because of my involvement with the government with arts and culture. I want to teach the youngsters.
Talking about other music, you just met the legendary himself. Can you tell us about that? You're meeting with the person, and who is that person, and when did you meet?
I was so fortunate, I'm telling you, to welcome one of the veterans of the music in Africa,
Yes.
son of this continent,
Yes.
Thomas Mafu.
Yes.
He was being welcomed at Vafui Vomatsila's home,
Yes.
at Hamatsila, Tondoni, the Royal Palace. We just met him last week.
Yes.
I was so delighted, I'm telling you. He came there all the way from Johannesburg. He's the father of the African music. I love this music because he used to sing this Chimurenga freedom music, liberation music.
Yes.
When I met him, I was so excited, very much excited. And knowing that the chief Mafubo Matsila wants to give him a citizenship of his area for Matsila, it delighted me that we shall have one of the best music luminary in our area. And I'm so delighted. Yes.
Say goodbye to your audience.
I want to say goodbye to you all. Don't believe anything that people tell you. Believe in what the bishop can tell you, because in Africans they say "Swoli sos di kurant." Thanks to the person who's interviewing me, I say to the viewers, God bless you. Just look after yourself. You must always mask yourself in public, because this pandemic is still there. And I want to say to you, eat what is eatable, drink what you should drink, sleep with whom you should sleep, and don't sleep anywhere, and eat what must be eaten. And don't just eat anything, because vado vana chitaza cha muviri rito wana vanotala vachinga chikotikoti cha groove icho kanonga jombo la jimu vachinga kubachiko majoni ko ulira mulirani wa doing vachipotonga guru yakale is ya second hand but ya third hand. So I want to say to the audience and to all those that will be seeing this interview, God bless you. This photo and this cashin was commissioned by my daughter, Masevhe. Behind it, it is written, Muriro is my prophetic name. It's my prophetic name. So, this is the doctor himself at UNISA with the gown, the graduation gown at UNISA. She made this as an honor to honor the father. God bless. In front of me, I have this one. This is one of the artists that I have produced. His name is Albert Mdawu. He's got a production company. This is the award he gave unto me, honoring me. These are many of the awards that I've won. So here I have this certificate given to me by Rondonani Home-Based Care Drop-In Center. Certificate awarded to Dr. Masevhe Fatwani. This is one of the awards that I got. This is one of the most prestigious awards that I've won. South African Traditional Music Awards. I got it with the song Rotary Vatu Vangwani Mudzimu Yo Rotary Vatu Vangwani Wapoi Yeah Rotary Vatu Vangwani Mudzimu. That was in 2007. I won in the regionals and went to win down in Durban, Satma Awards. This was given to me by the Mpepu Royal, the Royal of the Kingship of Venda. It is called Dimbanyika Meritorious Service and Prestigious Award. I got it in 2005. Okay, Mokibona Ina Toya Royal. Yeah, this is the award given to me by the Mpepu Royalty Kingship. This is the award. So, this is the award given to me by JRM Music Production. It was given to me in 2018. This is the award. It doesn't end there. This is one of the last award. I got it, I think, in 2021. I got this one. It's called Unique Music Traditional Gospel Roxley Masevhe. This is the award that I got. Yes. Then I got this one. Lifetime Achievement Award given to me by the Arts and Culture Department in Thohoyandou. And this one is Star Singer given to me by some Track Music Cooperative Limited. I can't even remember the year it was given to me. It's one of my many awards. As I said, some of them I don't even know when they were given to me. This is, I got it, this award was when there was this floods. Niwamseta organized something there, Re-Honor Events Management, in honor of Bishop Roxley Masevhe. Was it the year 2000?
Yes.
The year 2000. Okay. And this one is Legend of the Legends 2019. Front Seat Recognition Awards. I don't even remember who is Front Seat. But it's many of those awards given to me, you see, in 2019. So, okay. Most inspiring Thulamela musician given to me by Thulamela Municipality. Yes. And this one, this is Achievement Trophy given to me by the Department of Arts and Culture, Limpopo Province. And this one, it was given to me by sporting groups. I can't remember where. We were hosting a soccer tournament. Then I went there to sing. I was given this trophy. I can't remember where, but it was given to me by sporting organization. And this one, I don't even remember who gave me this trophy. But it was a Lifetime Achievement Award. No, this one is Vembe District Municipality. Because I was even the medal. It's Vembe District. This one. And we have this one. This one is from Rondonani Home-Based Care. I help raising funds for poor children at Rondonani in Shandima. This is the award. This was given to me by the Presbyterian Church, Uniting Presbyterian Church in Southern Africa. Honorary certificate awarded to Bishop R.F. Masevhe for spreading the gospel music through music. This is the award. The Kereke Presbyterian. Yeah. So we come to this one. This one was given to me by the Fountain of Living Waters Christian Center. Certificate appreciation is awarded to Mr. Masevhe Part 1 Roxley Bishop. I don't even know the date when it was given to me, but it was given to me by this church. Last but not least, this is from Healing Pentecostal Church at Hamangras, appreciation and recognition certificate awarded to Bishop Part 1 Roxley Masevhe. In recognition of valuable support to the community and partnership we have as a church. This was given to me by Senior Pastor Makuba NM in 2010. This is it. Yes. Thank you. Very much.